Hi YouTube, me again. So I'm getting ready to do some modifications on a katana or a ninjato that I have. Basically, it was bought for me by my wife for my birthday a couple years ago. Pretty much when I got, well, as I was researching more, let's put it that way. So anyway, she bought me this musashi ninjato, and it really wasn't that expensive. But the thing is that now I've already marked the blade where I'm going to be cutting it. Yes, I will be cutting it, but it's much too long for what I would need. Primarily because something like this I would carry all across my back, most likely. If I were to carry it, and it's just in my way. The extra length doesn't help. So basically what's going to happen is, if you can see the mark, I'm pretty sure you can. Yeah. From here, this will be the end of the blade, and there's the start. Now I have taken off the hibaki, I've taken off the suga, I've taken off the suka, I've taken off all the seppa or the spacers. You know, I've taken this completely down. And so all I have to do is start chopping on it, and basically I'm going to be left with this extra portion here, which I'll turn into a knife. So, all I have to do is pretty much sand a portion of the blade length down, and then that will give me a good handle for a knife. So that's what I'm going to do. So stay tuned. Oh, by the way, I realize that there are some people that are going to probably unsubscribe and not like me because of this sacrilege of which I am doing, because I am cutting a katana. Yeah, well, alright. Before we go, okay, understand that even Hatsumi Sensei, Soke Hatsumi, from the Bujinkan, in one of his videos, he's even said that in the old days, swords started out as sticks, and then they were made from stone, and then now we have iron, right? There is no, and I understand that there's this mystique about it, but even in sociology, if you actually kind of understand it, it's kind of like how we look at the 1950s. It's we revere a copy of a copy for which no original exists. So in other words, we have in our mind what it was, but we really have no idea because the original is gone. So, you know, I think that more than anything, I think the ninja and the samurai and those warriors, they used what tools they had available to them, and then they modified them, just like any other warrior class on the planet. So what I'm doing is I'm simply modifying my ninjato to make it easier for me to carry, one, and two, to make it easier for me to use if need be. So that's what I would much rather have. Especially at this day and age, length of a blade is not really going to help me all that much. We have guns for long range, so pretty much a short range, the sword's going to be at best a short range weapon anyway, and that's why there's the rise of the knife. But okay guys, I just got done chopping this thing. Now all I have to do is modify the bevel, and if you see, it's not exactly the best cut in the world. Doesn't have to be though, because I'm going to have to grind the edges down, because, well, I don't want to be stabbing my opponent with that. As far as the knife, well, I had to modify the angle a couple of times on the knife. Modify the angle of the tip that I wanted. At first it was a pretty severe clip up that way, so I decided to kick it out to the side a little more. But this is the ugly side of it, and like I said, you know, I'm gonna probably just chop this part off so the ugly part is, you know, gonna be gone. But so really, with the knife, all I have to do is just chop this down to where it's perpendicular, and then grind the handle portion down, and I'm done with it. So there we go, got the knife. Okay guys, I just got done. This is my knife blade. I've cut it mostly flush. There's a little bit of a angle there, which is fine. That's okay for me. Basically, I wanted to show you how much scrap was generated by me cutting my katana or this ninjato this way. That much scrap, guys. Literally, hardly any scrap at all. So, you know, with the little bit of scrap, I'd say that my wife definitely got the money's worth for me. And at this point, all the heavy stuff is done. All I have to do now is just file it, and everything from here on out is pretty much file work. So basically what happened is I got caught up in the work and kept on working on it. So basically, I will now present to you guys the finished products, and I'll tell you how I did. So, okay. I went ahead and made a sheath on the little knife. I'm going to go ahead and show you that first, I guess. Basically had a scrap of leather just kind of hanging around, and I used my speed stitch or sewing awl, and I sewed it up on the sides and on the back, and that's the edge that I made. I also wrapped the handle in with a piece of rawhide boot string, actually, is what this is. And I pretty much filed the ends of that off so that you have that part there, so that now I don't have that corner sticking into my hand. And I sharpened it, and it's a pretty nice little knife. I mean, it's very it's pretty quick in the hand. It's probably about a 6-inch blade, and it's very comfortable. So there you go. So it's a very simple and easy knife to have. So that's that. Alright, now with the ninjato, that's the blade that I ended up with. It's not very pretty at the tip, like I'm showing you. It is not pretty. It's not. But on the other hand, it is functional, and that's what we're after here, guys. It's shorter by a lot, as you can tell. But I still have this nice long handle, so you know it's really nice for that. And I've got to say, guys, from the original that I started out with, which was the blade length of this plus this plus the knife, I've got to say, shortening the blade length made this sword a lot faster. It's a lot more lively in the hand. It's a lot faster. Honestly, guys, I really understand why the Kanja would have a shorter blade like this. This thing is it's awesome. And I also understand why, in a situation where you would need a blade like this inside of indoors and everything like that, yeah, I can actually see where you would use this. So I'm actually considering carrying this in my pack, actually, just because with it as a shorter length, because it isn't as, it's just better. It's just better. So anyway, that's my quick video on that. Basically what I did is, as soon as I got it down with the cut, then I used my Dremel tool to sand the tip down, and then at an angle, and then I finished it off with the file, and went ahead and sharpened her up, and she's good to go. Put my furniture back on it, and she's ready to rock. Pretty much the same here. So yeah. I appreciate your comments. I appreciate your views. I appreciate your time. Defend your homes wisely.